I think that's a cool show.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, here on the left side of the map, we've got our yellow Terran again. Different Terran from last time, again from the team F United. He is
F United, Phoenix.
all the way from Peru. There he is. And down at the bottom at the 6 o'clock, we have the winner of our last game from the Team Prime, a player who can all kill any team apparently.
Prime win.
On his way towards an all-kill right now. He's got 1 win under his belt. He's got some very,
That's right.
very strangely placed tape on his shirt.
What?
And, dude, yeah, that's what it means. You know that,
Oh,
right?
that's right.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. I keep blocking that out of my mind. People have
know.
to go and make cheerfuls to remind
Got a
me.
player named Excrement, a player named Bung Bung.
Bung Bung is,
I
yeah.
tell you, the maturity level of these guys, Moletrap, I don't know. Then again,
Well,
I
some
can't
of them,
really claim
some of them
to-
come up with
yeah.
their IDs when they're like 13 years old and
Oh, you know, it's true.
don't realize that they're going to be a pro someday on TV.
I don't know.
Although a lot of them done change their ID.
Oh, you caught a glimpse of the Overlord there. You might have noticed the blip on
And oh wow,
the. Oh.
Phoenix making a
It's like a pre-Makarax.
yeah. Well, he's just making a forward barracks here outside of his
Yeah.
base.
It's like the Makarax is the second barracks. If you make the first barracks down at your natural, it's like the pre-Makarax. I don't know.
Yeah, and here comes an SCV coming out. Oh, what's he gonna do? He saw that SCV earlier, I think, right? He may have.
Yeah, well, I mean, he
may
saw
not
it
have
moving
noticed
across
it.
the map. Yeah.
So I don't know if he realizes what's going on. He saw that SCV move out to scout, but he's seeing.
We just saw a
Nothing at
second
the ramp there.
SCV move out as well. So it all depends. I mean, in the early stages of the game, it's sometimes easy to miss a little blip on your mini-map too. So he may have seen it, he may not have seen it. But yeah, I mean, Phoenix is really kind of giving him every opportunity to be like, I actually saw a second SCV. That's a little bit suspicious. Making 2 Marines right away. He did get gas too, so this isn't going to be any sort of like really intense, heavy barracks pressure against Bung Bung Prime early in the game here. And he's not making a tech lab either, so it's not like he's going to be, doing like a Reaper expand or something like that. I wonder actually if we're going to see Banshees this game.
Yep. I think he sees what's going on. He sees the SCV there. He saw the Marine going in.
Oh, he is building the barracks though. Or bunker rather. That is good bunker placement too.
Really nice placement. It's hard to get a surround on that. Bung Bung responds with a spine crawler. But Phoenix doesn't want any of that. He's actually going to target down that spine crawler. Might actually die before it can get complete. He actually stops firing at it for a moment to get close to that bunker.
Yeah, he wants to make sure that Marine doesn't get caught. Oh, but look at that.
no!
The link popping right out of the egg. Oh, that's... And is he going to try with the second Marine? I don't know.
Oh!
Doesn't get in. Nope. And there's the salvage. So that didn't go too well. But, again, it was kind of light pressure anyway. Not a huge loss for Phoenix there. In fact, he even got 75 minerals back for that bunker Moletrap.
That's right.
That's right. Got a little bit of a
What a deal.
return on his investment there. Looks like he's just going to Hellion expand from here. You guys will see in a moment. SCV like, I have to take these minerals back to the base.
Slow Zerglings giving chase to that SCV and Marine, but they are going to get denied by the depot.
Yep.
And
But you will see the factory, and you'll also see the tech or the reactor building on the barracks too. So it's kind of like, oh, I see. So you're going to make some reactored Hellions after that finishes, huh?
all told, Phoenix only lost 2 units, a Marine and an SCV,
Yeah.
so not too bad at all. He didn't lose. I mean, remember Thorzane when he opened up with some pressure, and it was 2 racks, of course, but he lost a lot of Marines, and Phoenix hasn't lost a lot. And I think he actually, according to the resources loss tab, killed that spine crawler that was building and didn't actually
That'd be a
cancel
little bit
it.
surprising.
So
Huh. Well, it looks like Phoenix, I would imagine, is probably going to be going to Marine tank here. Usually make, 2 to 4 Hellions, maybe even 6, and then do some scouting with those, get some map control, and then switch it back over and get siege mode and tanks started.
not a bad plan.
Yep, pretty standard play from Phoenix right now. I was kind of wondering about Banshees, though. I mean, every once in a while you still do see that in TVZ. And on a map like that, I don't feel like it'd be that bad of a decision, but I was wrong, Moletrap. It happens sometimes.
It does happen sometimes.
Yep.
Now, Bung Bung has seen the extra command center going up, so he knows exactly what's going on here.
I saw something that made me go, oh. And it's combat
that?
shields getting started by Phoenix, so Might even see some Marine Hellion pressure here with this. Just keep reactoring Marines out. And that could potentially do some damage too. No sort of tech yet for Boom Boom Prime. Just now starting his lair. No Baneling Nest or anything like that yet. No Roach Warren.
He has been droning up quite a bit, though. He's just been depending on that Spine Crawler and a handful of Zerglings,
Yep.
Queens, to hold off Hellions.
Yeah, he's got his Queens and things in good position.
And I like how Phoenix not being too aggressive with those Hellions. You sometimes see, actually, I'll also put it this way, you used to see players get way aggressive with their Hellions. They'd try and run by and kill drones no matter what the cost, and then they would lose their Hellions and lose map control with them as a result. So we don't see Phoenix over-risking those Hellions, just trying to take quick little stabs at creep tumors and basically just make sure that Boom Boom can't really move out on the map.
Yeah. Now, a good amount of Marines building up for Phoenix right now. He's about ready to push out.
And he does have combat
Fact.
shields.
I think he will be pushing out.
Yeah, man.
You can stim as well. Oh, I like this. You can see it from the minimap. A quick third from Phoenix as well. But
Oh,
Boom
wow,
Boom
yeah.
Prime, I like that a lot, using the Baneling Nest and using the Evo Chamber to kind of prevent the Hellions from getting through.
Yeah, that's actually really good building placement right
Oh
there.
yeah, absolutely. It's good to see Zerg starting to do that on a regular basis. Remember back in the day the buildings would be kind of haphazardly placed, but here comes the pressure from Phoenix. Only one Spine Crawler there. That'll die pretty quickly to those Marines.
That's true.
And Zerglings coming in kind of piecemeal. I don't think Boom Boom has enough to handle this right now.
No, man, he gets to surround with the Queens doing
maybe he
extra damage,
does.
but those
Never
Hellions
mind.
killing Zerglings. Here's the thing. Oh, and those Banelings, if they land, though. Oh, one lands. And I think Phoenix should just get out with those Hellions before they die. Ugh,
Yeah, the
so
Queens
close.
really made a big difference there.
Wow.
Doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, there was a point where he'd only lost the Marines, but then he kind of stayed a little bit too long there. I mean, he couldn't really escape, I guess. He was surrounded, but ended up starting to lose those Hellions. Did keep 3 of them, though.
Yep.
Although, never mind, the 2 of them just got picked off in the middle of the map by some Zerglings.
Well, I mean, now Boom Boom's Prime has map control in a big way here. And is it going to be enough Zerglings? Oh, the bunker's not finished yet, but there are a good amount of Marines there, so should be fine. Plus the 1 tank we see.
Yeah, in
Hanging out.
about 5 seconds he's going to have... No, about 20 seconds he's going to have Siege Tech, and he's going to have a tank out as well, so that's going to pretty much stop the amount of units that Boom Boom has right now.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is actually a point where if Phoenix hadn't gotten that 3rd so early, he would actually be behind, but he's going to be in this pretty well.
Yeah, things are pretty even right now. I mean, if we look at the supply, too, Boom Boom is a little bit ahead in supply. About 20 supply ahead right now. But overall, still fairly even. He's got his first mutas out, but, again, Phoenix does have a good amount of Marines still on the field. And those mutas, man, they look like they want to do some harassment. I think that might be what they're doing. Oh, they might actually catch that
Oh,
medevac
no.
coming across the map. That's not a good situation for Phoenix.
If they
And
catch that medevac, that's horrible.
I think they just barely
Barely
missed
miss
it. So
it.
yeah, he's going to be okay. Going to lose that 3rd, though, possibly. Here comes the Marines to defend, and the mutas do need to fall back, but there are a good amount of Zerglings there. And Phoenix, yeah, he might just lose that command center.
Yeah, man, he's going to have to stim more Marines, and if he does stim again, runs them in, but the mutas and Zerglings chasing him back into his own base.
Yep.
The orbital is very, very low on health, and those mutas trying to get a
the
couple
tank.
more shots on it. Oh, gets the tank.
Does get the tank, but manages to save the command center. So Phoenix, he loses the mining at his 3rd, but his base is still alive. It's just not at the 3rd anymore. Yep. And look at that. Again, really good creep spread from Boom Boom Prime. He is playing really well right now.
That is true.
Playing very standard. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary at all for Boom Boom Prime in the way he's playing right now. Just very standard Mutiling.
Hey, man, if he does get an all kill, I will be the first to admit that I need to eat my words. Those mulas doing some more harassment in the main.
Yeah.
And by my words, I mean some dumplings.
We already had dumplings today. Oh, you didn't have any.
No,
Wolf
I got
and I had
some, I
dumplings.
got some dumplings on the way over
Oh, you
here.
did? Oh,
actually,
okay.
yeah.
Good.
But
I
I'll
didn't
eat,
want you to go
I'll eat
hungry.
more dumplings.
Okay.
Mark my words, Doa.
I don't know if I
If
can
Bung
eat-
Bung wins an all kill here, I will eat dinner tonight.
I'll hold you to that.
Oh, you might get that reactor. He does get the reactor.
Yeah, nice snipe there by Boom Boom.
An expensive and slow to replace add-on.
Well, you really see the power of not deviating from your overall plan. Boom Boom's like, I'm going to go Ling, Baneling, Muta, and then later on I'm going to add on my Hive Tech. And from doing that, he's able to produce a lot of those units. You know, it's kind of nice.
Whoa, he actually just put 8 Mutalisks into production. He has currently 17 of them. So if my math serves me correct, he's going to have 25 mutas in a minute here, and that is going to be really sizable considering he has +1 weapons on those mutas.
He's hitting that critical mass, and you can see, too, from the supply that denying that third really, really helped him get that advantage. Up about 60 supply right now versus Phoenix. And, you know, Phoenix just can't build turrets fast enough to hold these mutas anymore. He's going to need some Thors, you know, maybe a lot more Marines at this point.
He's definitely not going to be able to handle this without Thors.
He's going to need, like, the single-player upgrade that lets the Vikings do splash damage. It's going to be pretty tough for Phoenix right now. I know all about the single-player now, Moltrap. I've actually played it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I actually enjoy the single-player a lot. I might go back and play it again.
I don't think I will. I just wanted to see the story, and I'm done.
So Boom Boom really harassing with those Mutalisks, doing some significant damage. He's actually not very far ahead in Harvester count, though, so even though he's got a 4th base, their incomes are relatively even. In fact, Phoenix, sometimes when he's got the mules up there, jumping ahead in income. But he's picked off 2 refineries now, so he's really keeping the gas down of Phoenix, and that is actually really going to hold down his tank count. It's going to hold down his ability to make Thors and medevacs and upgrades.
Well, I think in the near future, too, we're going to see some Corruptors and some Broodlords coming out from Boom Boom Prime. The Hive just finishing right now, and I wouldn't be surprised one bit if we saw Greater Spire in just a second or two. Yeah, there it is right now in the production queue. Greater Spire.
I'm sorry, not Neural Parasite. Pathogen Glands is almost complete, so he's going to make Infestors as well. At least a couple of them.
Looks like Phoenix wants to push out here, but I don't know. Boom Boom Prime just has so much stuff. You know, unless he engages really badly, I feel like Phoenix is going to be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the sheer number of units to hold off the sheer number that Boom Boom has. He's almost maxed out. Adrenal Gland. Oh my god, 38 Banelings morphing.
And
we saw what happened last time. Last game, that was the end move, was getting those Banelings and rolling through.
Well, this game he's getting even more upgrades. I mean, he's basically been untouched the entire game by Phoenix. There was that one push a little bit early on, but other than that, Phoenix hasn't really done any damage with all the Boom Boom Prime. It's kind of like he's just kind of playing against the computer right now and just seeing how fast he can macro. And look at that. Every SCV dying at the third. Things are just not looking good at all for Phoenix.
And Adrenal Glands and Greater Spire about to complete. Look at that. He makes a ton of Spine Crawlers to clear up supply so he can make some Corruptors and Broodlords.
Yep.
Actually, he's just making more Infestors.
Well, that's the thing. He's going to just throw all those Banelings and stuff at Phoenix's army, and, you know, whatever gets taken out, he's going to replace with Broodlords and all these other good units. And here he goes. Pretty decent spread on everything, too, but there's just so much stuff. I don't think it really even matters. A lot of Banelings being used on the tanks, but, you know, again, the numbers speak for themselves, Moltrap. That is about it.
Yep, and Boom Boom taking out 100 supply with only 40, although part of that actually is just because he remade a bunch of units.
Oh, yeah.
Here he comes into the natural expansion and the third as well, doing tons of damage. But at this point, Boom Boom can basically do whatever he wants.
Yep, Ling's in the natural now, and I think we're going to see a 2-0 so far from Boom Boom Prime. Yeah, not enough Marines to take out the mutas, and when that happens, you know that is time to
There's
GG.
the GG.
Yep, there it is. So Boom Boom Prime, his coach has a lot of faith in him. I'm starting to have some faith in him too, Moltrap.
All right. I'll admit he played well. I'll admit it. I will take back my mockery from before.
Well, I mean, Phoenix just didn't really do anything that game. Yeah, I mean, he tried to do that little poke, but other than that, I mean, Phoenix just looking really hesitant in that game. Can't do that, man. Tried to say, you know, maybe if I take a quick third and just macro up, I can have a lot of army. I can move in, but it's too much too late. That is a big battle for Bakari
He's
Sweat,
really
man.
tired, man. He looks like worn out.
This stuff's so good.
F United coach looking a little bit harried.
A little bit.
Now, who do you think they're going to send out next at this point?
I don't know, man. I
would put in Moon, personally.
You want to see him do a ZVC?
He's been doing some good ZVT, man. I think,
well,
but then, I don't know, they don't have Naniwa here.
Yeah, the only protest they have right now is soccer, and I don't know if I put a lot of faith in him, really.
Well-
he is one of their key players. I'm using the finger quotes because I don't really see him as a key player, but I don't think it sent him out.
Bung Bung has actually been pretty good against Protoss players.
Yeah?
He's actually beaten MC. He beat Songho.
That is true.
So, in the team league. So, I don't think you want to send your mediocre Protoss out against Bung Bung right now.
Could be. Well, who's
Could
it
be
gonna
Lin as well, though. I don't know. We're going to find out. And it is
it's
Lin, I believe.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
Lin. So they're going to trust their luck in
They
another
go for
TVZ.
another Terran.
This is their last Terran, man. After this, they're all out. They're out of Terrans. Not a lot of teams can be like, well, we're out of Terrans. We just don't have any more Terrans. Seems like there's an endless supply
We're
of
out of
Terrans
Bear
right now in Korea.
Claws. We're out of Terrans.
That's right.
Wait a minute. I'll go check.
Would you like this parrot?
What?
This parrot sketch thing.
I recognize that, but
Monty Python, man. All right, anyway.
I don't remember the right response, unfortunately. I don't remember what the first thing he says
It's
is.
okay. We'll watch some of it at home or
I
something.
remember the bit of the antics, though.
Back at the Gom House. We'll check out some
Phoenix
Monty
is an
Python.
ex-Terran. He's kaput.
What? He is.
But Lin
Yes, he used to
is
be.
going to be coming out here.
Well, I mean, Lin's been around the GSL for a while now. Obviously, he's spent a lot of time of that, GSL time practicing Warcraft 3. We're
right,
going to
we're
take
gonna
a 5-minute break. You guys can think about time down home on the farm. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Go
This
look
is
up
the
some Monty
GSDL.
Python. We'll see you in a few.
Yep.